Hey everyone, good to see you here today. Welcome to our Keto Green Challenge, day number 12. So, we've been doing the Keto Green 16-day program from my book, Keto Green 16. And today is number 12. We're almost completed the second week and have worked through some, stress factors, partying, going out, falling off the wagon, getting back on the live that I did yesterday was, I think, really, really powerful. It's good to see you guys. Yesterday, the live I feel was really, really powerful. Please go back and listen to that. We got great comments from that. And I want to thank you for again being here, being willing to ask questions, committed to the process. It is a journey, right? It is a journey every step of the way. And it's not just about what we eat, following the menu, right? It's not just about that. It is about so much more. It really is. It's about so much more. And that we're in this together makes a huge difference. It really makes a huge difference. Good morning, Danielle. Good to see you here. Allie, oh my gosh, good to see you. I'm here in Austin. I'm in my hotel room and at the Archer here, and we have a meeting of Da Vinci 50 talking about longevity, not just in lifespan, but in health span. And so increasing both our health span and our lifespan. Hello, Lynn. Hi, Nancy. Good to see you here. And we've got a lot going on. So part of the Keto Green way, the Keto Green lifestyle is about a healthy plate, right? What does that look like in menopause? Is it 3 meals, 3 snacks? Heck no. And if someone's telling you to do that and you're not seeing results, let me tell you, there's good science behind that. You're becoming more insulin resistant. We do as we age anyway. And that's why women through menopause actually have significantly increased, we start skyrocketing in our increased risk of diabetes, hypertension, heart disease. So we go from, not needing any medications to all of a sudden there's 3 medications on. So the average 55-year-old is on 3 prescription medications. So we don't want that. And I'm really committed to this, especially when it comes to diabetes and blood sugar management and watching our markers, not just watching our blood glucose, watching our hemoglobin A1C and looking at other inflammatory markers. So you guys, we need to know our hemoglobin A1C, like we know our shoe size, and we need to know what our vitamin D level is, and we need to monitor it every 3 to 6 months. Right now at this season that I am talking to you in right now in January 2022, boosting your vitamin D boosts your immune system. And that is a powerful, powerful tool in your arsenal that's completely available to you. So certainly vitamin D we get from it helps blood sugar management. Vitamin D has come head to head in studies with metformin, and it showed that vitamin D worked as well as metformin in controlling blood sugar. Another supplement that works really well in controlling blood sugar is berberine. So that is another consideration in your blood sugar management and weight loss goal, adding a clean, healthy supplement. So guys, let me know. Give me a like heart. Let me know where you're listening in from. I'm in Austin, Texas. I see Paula is here from Minnesota. Tanya is here from Louisiana. Jacqueline is from WNC, Western North Carolina. Is that WNC? And I know Jeannie's here from Florida. So it's beautiful to see you guys here and sharing with me on my journey today in this day 16. So day 12 of the 16-day challenge. So day 14, 15, 16, we typically do fasting, and we can water fast. We can use our protein, like fasting mimicking. We can use our Keto Green protein shake with Mighty Maca 3 times during the day, can add some bone broth. And so there's a few other things that we can do just following the smoothies, 3 days of smoothies, but really push you in these day 14, 15, and 16 with a Keto Green 16 challenge. If this is not your first rodeo, right? If you're going through this the second time, or you're ready to try the 3 days of Keto Green smoothies with us and bone broth, love Kellyanne's bone broth. Dr. Kellyanne's bone broth is a great one to have on stock. And Kettle and Fire makes an amazing bone broth. Western grass-fed beef. So these are some resources. Nancy's in Houston. She said, I would have come seen you in Austin if I knew you were there. Well, I am here through tomorrow. Tomorrow we're at Perry's Steakhouse. I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, good stuff. Danielle is from Indiana, Louisiana. Nancy from Jacksonville. You know, Nancy, I lived in St. Simon's Island for 21 years, St. Simon's Island, Georgia. So I'm moving to Dallas, but I still have my home and so many roots there. So thank you for asking. Hello, Patricia. Good to see you guys this morning. And so from all over the world, we talked about in our KG16 challenge group, some of the struggles that come when you're following a program. Like, well, I fell off the wagon, went out to dinner, we were having a party. I'm like, okay, we get right back on. Like, don't skip a beat. We go to, today is day 12. Friday night here in Austin, Texas, Friday night. And then tomorrow is day 13. So we just pick up where we left off, or just join us where we're at now. And there's no such, you don't have to start from day one again to get the amazing results. And we're seeing some great results here, and feeling good, energy's better, no hot flashes, getting better sleep, especially after day 3, 4, when you're starting this keto green detox. You know, sleep can get a little bit disturbed because you're detoxing and shifting. So following the protocol is really important. Catching sunrises, catching sunsets, doing a meditation practices, the rituals that we create. Our morning ritual sets us up for a good evening ritual. So to get a good night's sleep, that practice starts in the morning, understanding what triggers us, what sets us off to a healthy day. And one of the things that can interrupt that, as much as I love it, is coffee. Coffee for some of us, especially with sensitive adrenals, can increase your blood sugar. And the only way you know is if you're testing, not guessing. So hi, Dan. Good to see you here. Hello, everyone. Great to be with you guys this morning. So we are talking Keto Green 16 Challenge, and we are on day 12, and then day 14, 15, and 16, we do some extended fasting. So yeah, so we've got a lot going on here today. Let's see. Pauline said, let me add this question in here. Okay. So Pauline said, I get so confused about meals. I drink Mighty Maca with water and apple cider vinegar every morning after 14 hours fast. And then I eat hard-boiled eggs with avocado salt, and I'm hungry by lunch. I prepped and made lunches and dinners, but I'm still hungry. I was a former snacker all day because I thought it was better to snack all day and not eat big meals. And that's a common misunderstanding. In fact, in an article written in a popular journal said, for menopause, and I was really excited, the best way to eat in menopause, I was really excited. I was like, okay, what are they going to say? They're going to talk about intermittent fasting and keto green, and of course the Mediterranean diet. I mean, some really substantial, like, 3 meals, 3 snacks. That is ridiculous. We're already becoming more insulin resistant. And when we're snacking, we are just feeding into that. We are constantly storing blood sugar into our storage. We're continuously doing that. And that really does defeat our purpose. And so we get the waist gain. And we don't want that. So when you're used to that lifestyle, it does take a little switch. So I would say I would add more healthy fats into your morning routine. And sometimes when you're starting out with ketogenic, keto green lifestyle, again, we want to add the alkalinizers on there because that makes all the difference in the world. So when you start out, you may benefit from adding some ketone esters, some like ketonics, it's called. Ketonix is a very high quality ketone supplement that can help also make those extra hours not so hungry. But often I find out that when you add more fat with your meal, your blood sugar is going to be more stable. So I would say when you break fast in the morning, And so you've been doing this, Paula, and you're doing a great job. So one little tweak would be if when you break fast in the morning, that you like after that 14, 15, 16 hours, make that keto green smoothie. So add your avocado, add a scoop of the keto green protein powder, 0 gram sugar, right? So we're staying very low glycemic. Add a handful of greens. You can add some celery, add a tablespoon of MCT oil or that half or quarter of that avocado that you've got. Add a scoop or two of Mighty Maca. Blend, you can add some almond milk or coconut milk or oat milk in there. Water is fine, and just blend that up. And let's see how that sets you off, because it's very low glycemic. Your blood sugar is going to stay stable. You've added additional fiber and fats, and that should really help. So the other thing, hunger is often thirst. So Paula, let me know if you're drinking in between your meals, right? We drink in between our meals, not with our meals, because drinking with our meals dilutes our digestive enzymes. Then we're not digesting our food as well. So no more than 4 to 6 ounces of water with our, of liquids, ideally with our meals. Of course, there's exceptions. And I typically say, right, stop 20 minutes before and wait till 2 hours after. So keep that in mind as a general rule of thumb. I'm like, okay, if we get 80% of that rule right, 80% of the time, then we're doing good. So I would try those things, and then getting your body out of that habit, right? So that we can create this better habit for us, so that your blood sugar is stable, you're burning fat, getting into autophagy, which is our body's own way of dusting and cleaning our cells, right? Getting rid of the cells that aren't serving us, the unhealthy cells. And so the more you do that, the easier it will get. But often I would suspect that you may not be getting enough water in between your meals. And in that case too, you can add a tall glass of water and add a teaspoon of mineral salts. You can add Emerson Ecologics, because often we need more minerals. And that's another reason we can be hungry and thirsty in between our meals. So eat more. You can use Emerson Ecologics Tri-Salts. I really like those because there's no flavor. And I also like LMNT, another great brand, LMNT. So that combination can really help with hunger. Okay, let's see. Great questions, you guys. Good morning, Natalie. Good morning, Edith. Tanya asks, is oat milk is okay for us? Yeah, no sugar added. Oat milk is another good option too. Let's see. All right. Nancy wrote in here, sleep still stinks. I'm up several times a night and I'm falling asleep faster, but I wake up abruptly about an hour later. And then I fall back asleep and abruptly again around 3:30. I also have to go to the restroom a couple times, even though I try to restrict fluids in the evening. Tried melatonin last night and it wasn't much better. So Nancy, there's probably a couple things going on here, and I thank you for your question. So again, a good night's ritual starts in the morning. So I would, cut out caffeine. If you're having trouble sleeping, cut out caffeine, cut out liquids after 7 p.m. if you're getting up using the bathroom frequently, and add in a magnesium L-threonate supplement. If you're not on progesterone and you're over age 45, over age 50, you may want to add progesterone in the evening. The topical cream, my Balance cream on my website at dranna.com, has progesterone, pregnenolone, and some tripeptide in it, as well as some essential oils. And you can massage that in to thin skin, rotate sites, and follow the instructions on that. But progesterone in the evening can help you relax and get a better night's sleep too. And so breaking your body out of the habit that it has to wake up at 3, and we call that the witching hour too. Sometimes it's very spiritual hour. So it may be time to journal, but resetting your circadian clock is crucial. I find that melatonin, magnesium L-threonate, and progesterone is an great combination to help get a good night's sleep. Catching sunsets, no blue light after 8 p.m. Wear blue light blocking glasses, the red ones, or dark orange in the evening. And let's see if we can't reset your circadian cycle that way. And then restrict fluids after 7 p.m. So essentially dry fasting till the morning, so you're not getting up to use the restroom. And I think that can make a really big difference. So you guys, thank you. Thank you for the likes and the hearts and the follows and the shares. You guys, please follow my Instagram too at The Girlfriend Doctor. And yeah, and share this conversation, because it's a good conversation to have. Often we're not having the conversations. Holly says coconut milk is yummy. I love it. Just watch that there's no sugar added, right? Those are good. Like coconut milk has healthy fats in it. So I often will have a can of coconut milk, and so be able to use that a little bit when I want to. And so that's good. Okay. All right, let's see. From Facebook, thank you for answering. I'll keep working at it. You got this. Tanya said, I'm still struggling to get above a urine pH of 6.5 upon awakening. So again, figuring out that good night's sleep, that's important. Before you get out of bed, add in an oxytocin increasing activity. So that's gratitude. What am I grateful for in my life? Where do I have love in my life? Or where did I see love yesterday? I really do that reflection. Where did I see love? Where did I feel loved? Right. And that focusing on those feelings of gratitude and love are oxytocin increasing, and it decreases cortisol. So it's a good exercise to do before you go to bed as well, so that you can shift your physiology. Cortisol is very acidic, and oxytocin is very alkalinizing. And then continue. It's a process. So getting rid of toxins, changing your diet to more of a keto diet. We have to keep working on those microgreens and the supplements that can help. So again, adding the minerals, adding an extra scoop of Mighty Maca can help. And then of course, oxytocin increasing practices, self-pleasure, orgasm, all of that's in that oxytocin increasing practices too. So thank you for asking that question. Deanna said, thank you for the wealth of information this week. I just received a panel of blood tests and my hemoglobin A1C is 5.7. Not good since I'm postmenopausal and have one ovary, and my vitamin D 25 hydroxy was 37. I know these areas need some attention. Deanna, thank you for sharing this. Yes, we want to get you, even though we want to get your hemoglobin A1C below 5.3 or below. So 5.3 or below, and you can see that shift in as little as 2 or 3 months. And that's a quick shift. But the keto green 16 is a great way to start. The intermittent fasting is huge. No snacking. That's going to increase your insulin sensitivity. And then increasing your vitamin D 25 hydroxy to 50 to 80 minimum. You guys, if you don't know your vitamin D 25 hydroxy level, order it yourself. You can order from 2 places, yourself. You can go to Ulta Lab Test /Dr. Anna Cabeca, Dr. Anna Cabeca, and you'll see my panel, my basic panel. And you can order the basic panel, or you can order the vitamin D. I don't get any money for that. You just do it yourself so that you have information. You see what I recommend. So ultralabtest.com /Dr. Anna Cabeca, and Knowing Labs. Dolce owns that, and a great woman entrepreneur. She wants you to have access. So Knowing Labs is another way you can order that vitamin D test. They have a good inflammatory marker panel. So you can do that blood spot and get that testing. But you want to know your number, and you want to get that number 50 to 80, because under 50, you're susceptible. You're more autoimmune issues, certainly inflammatory issues. And, it's a big, it's a big deal. It is a big deal. I want to find this slide here. If I can find it. I'm going to share with you this slide because this is from my diabetes masterclass that guys, keep an eye out to our email list. And the diabetes masterclass here, let me show you this slide. The diabetes masterclass is we'll be emailing about it. So I just talk about it. One of the things I talk about in it is this vitamin D level. And when the normal levels, when I started practicing medicine, said normal vitamin D was 20 and above, right? 20 to 100. But truthfully, that 20 came from because less than 20, you had the diagnosis of rickets, which is ridiculous, right? Although we've seen rickets because some people aren't getting out into the sun and are covered up, and there's been childhood cases of rickets because sunglasses, sunscreen, and cover-ups, right? And then they're not getting the vitamin D they need. So we need sun exposure because we get a lot more than vitamin D from the sun, first of all. And then secondly, look at our risk of heart attacks, falls and fractures, multiple sclerosis, breast cancer, renal cancer, all types of cancer, type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes all decrease as our vitamin D levels get up to 60. So 50 to 80 is a great range. If you have cancer, I like you 80 to 100 on your vitamin D levels. So that's 80, so around 60 to 80 nanograms per ml. And yeah, so that's a good option for you. So I really do recommend that. And I think it's important to know that research and know those labs and know your labs because you are in control. I want you empowered over your body, right? Over your healthcare decisions, well-informed healthcare decisions. So knowing your numbers, knowing your risk factors, getting that. And I want to thank you so much for sharing, Deanna. So Nancy wrote, on prescription progesterone and estrogen and quit coffee, need to journal, 4 kids at home, and that's probably part of why I'm not sleeping well. That is probably part of why you're not sleeping well. That evening ritual and morning ritual is really powerful. Then question, is there a brand of melatonin you recommend? We have our Call It a Night, which is a 3 milligram sublingual melatonin, works really well, tastes good, goes under the tongue, and dissolve it in the evening. I like you to take it around sunset versus at bedtime. It tends to work better that way. And so that's my Call It the Night at dranna.com, drana.com. And so that's one, Whole Scripts, Designs for Health, Standard Process, all make great melatonin supplements. Thorne is another one, makes great melatonin supplements too. Edith said, I love sunrises and sunsets. Catching sunrises and sunsets are incredibly therapeutic. Oh my gosh. Catherine Morado, are you really in Phoenix? Are you in Phoenix, Arizona? Hey, darling. She's the daughter of a dear friend of mine, Dr. Francesco Morado, a leader internationally in regenerative medicine. He created an international society. I've spoken for him, and he is just one of the leaders in regenerative medicine. Brilliant, brilliant man. He's got a great family, and we love Catherine. So good to see you guys here. Awesome. All right, let's see. Question from Natalia. I'm wearing a glucose meter, and I imagine you're saying a continuous glucose meter. The Freestyle Libre goes in your arm. I love that. And she says, and after fasting 14 to 16 hours and having a keto green smoothie with maca, my glucose goes up to 150. So what are the fluids you're putting in that? And, what all is in that smoothie? Because we're going to cut out the carbs more because you're having a pretty sharp glycemic response to that. And maybe we need to add more fat to stabilize that. So 1/4 of an avocado, a teaspoon of MCT oil. And let's see what else is going into that smoothie, because that's a big bump. I wouldn't expect it. Well, what is your baseline glucose? Need to know that too. Tanya said, I'm starting Balance Cream today in my cycle, and thanks for that morning reminder. I learned that through HeartMath. You're very welcome. Yes, when we increase our coherence, our heart rate variability, we increase our oxytocin. HeartMath is excellent, you guys. From I Love You Too, say, can you please send me the melatonin recommendation? So go to dranna.com, dranna.com. The Call It the Night is the sublingual melatonin. Call It a Night is sublingual melatonin. Good to see you guys. Hello from India. Mary asks, I'm having trouble with cortisol. I'm taking Cortisol Manager and Adricet. I think that's one of the things that working with our adrenal glands is huge. I would add Mighty Maca Plus. It's one of the number one things I've seen to increase DHEAS. So a couple scoops a day, and following the, maybe start with my book, The Hormone Fix, because I talk about the hormones in the hormone fix, and it takes more than hormones to fix your hormones. So I want to add, look at some things that are there hormone disruptors that could be affecting you. Is there anything else that could be affecting you? Hello, Terry. I see my friend Terry here. So a question is, do you think keto is still a good option in a woman with low testosterone and low progesterone? And that's a great question. I would say definitely supporting the adrenals and a keto green lifestyle is optimal. With my book Menopause that's coming out in April, I go through, there could be something else that we need to do, right? There's 5 6-day plans, each pausing, ingredients, foods, type, like, so each pausing something that could be blocking you, could be worsening your hormone symptoms. So there's a carb up plan in that one too. So there's a carbohydrate modification plan. There's a very extreme low carb plan. There's a detox cleanse plan. There's a plant-based plan and more of a carnivore-ish plan. So 5 different 6-day plans to kind of like figure out, okay, I'm stuck, I'm doing this, and I'm not seeing the results I want to see. What's the next right step? So, so I think those are the questions. Great. Okay. And then, let's see here. Paula asked, medroxyprogesterone is what the doctor put me on because of night sweats and occasional breakthrough bleeding. I also can't get past 6.5 pH, but keto is really high. Is the medicine in the cream? Oh, is the medicine in the cream you're referring to? I don't understand that. Let me see. But it's a great question. So medroxyprogesterone is a synthetic progesterone, and it's a progestin. It's not progesterone. I would talk to your doctor about converting you to a bioidentical progesterone. Prometrium is one that's commonly prescribed, and it is bioidentical. We like that. It can also compound a progesterone, but I would recommend switching to a bioidentical progesterone and see how you feel with that. I think that could make a big difference. All right. So from Facebook, yeah, I'll try that. I always wake up at 2:30 to 3:30 in the morning. So yeah, taking melatonin at sunset may work better. That may work better. Okay. Let's see. All right. Okay. Other questions, you guys? I think that got all your questions answered. It's good to be here with you. Yeah. Mary said, can progesterone make your cortisol go up? Progesterone is the precursor to cortisol, right? Our hormones are derived from progesterone, downstream to DHEA, estrogen, and testosterone. Also from progesterone, we will shunt to cortisol as the primary life-saving hormone. So sometimes when you're taking progesterone, you're shooting up your cortisol. So this is where it really makes a difference to manage your cortisol and switching to a transdermal progesterone, and using that in the morning can help when you need progesterone if that's going on. Adriana said, please repeat the melatonin brand. The one that I use, it's at dranna.com. It's called Call It a Night, and that is my private label, and it's a sublingual melatonin. Also from Whole Scripts, Designs for Health, and Standard Process, and Thorne all make really good quality melatonins. So Adriana said, do you recommend DHEA supplements? My Julva has DHEA in it. And yeah, so especially the Julva cream, I recommend that for everyone, certainly over 50. Hi, Rachel from San Diego. Good to see you guys. And from Facebook, thank you. I learned something new every morning. I know it's been great being here with you guys. Let's see, from Great Joy, she asked how to manage stress if we are in a red state, Washington, and menopausal symptoms. That is a great question. Stay with us. Join me in the Girlfriend Doctor Club. In the Girlfriend Doctor Club, go to dranna.com, dranna.com/club, and you'll find out more information on my Girlfriend Doctor Club. We do live in-person Zoom. So I get to see your face anyway. We're not in person yet, but we do virtually. And we have people from all over the world, women looking to manage symptoms, do better for themselves and for their families. And it starts with us. We want a healthier life, healthier environment, healthier world. It starts with us first. And when we are physiologic healthy and we're in that like keto alkaline state, that keto green state, we're in ketosis and very alkaline, it is energized enlightenment. We get this clarity, and there's a spiritual connection here. Mind, body, spirit, right? The soul is involved. And you feel that higher connection and can experience the peace that surpasses all understanding, like it says in the Bible. And when I'm in that state, it's easier to respond to the situations in a calm, even keel way versus react and overreact when our hormones are a mess and we're stressed and cortisol and fear is ruling our lives. So getting into the state of high alkalinity, really well grounded, high oxytocin helps you create that peace that surpasses all understanding. So I wish that for all of you today. And as we head into the weekend, I'll be on Saturday and Sunday at 4 p.m. And so, guys, be sure to like, share, comment, ask questions. I am here for you. And on Instagram, follow me on Instagram at The Girlfriend Doctor and tell your friends. Great Joy said, my hemoglobin A1C went up when I tried keto this summer. Can that be stress? It can absolutely be stress. It can absolutely be stress. So the keto green, keto alkaline approach is the right way. Thank you guys for your heart. Christy asks, is 41 too young for menopause? I'm going on 7 months without a cycle and having hot flashes. It just doesn't seem right. I would definitely work with your doctor and look at day 3 and day 21 hormone levels. And I write about this in the Hormone Fix. So it's a great resource for you to grab the Hormone Fix. It's Audible. Listen to it. It's Kindle, and it's a hard copy, which I am an old-fashioned hard copy. I like pen and paper. And yeah, so and I would add progesterone that second cycle. I would really work on the keto green, the lifestyle, intermittent fasting to boost up your body's natural hormone levels, working on adrenal support, foundationally Mighty Maca Plus, omega-3 fish oils, and cyclically progesterone can be very beneficial. And 7 months without a cycle, I'd also have your gynecologist do a pelvic ultrasound. Definitely talk with them. This is intended for education. I'm not giving medical advice. Let me put that disclaimer in here. Okay. All right, you guys. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Let's see. Holly said, there's a functional medical chiropractor near me I plan to go to. I wish there was a list of good quality practitioners. That's a really good question. I usually recommend going to functionalmedicine.org or ifm.org, IFM, Institute of Functional Medicine.org, and look at their practitioner list, but also call a compounding pharmacist in your area and ask them who's doing the best hormone management. In my area, Seaside Pharmacy is excellent in St. Simon's Island in Brunswick, Georgia. Seaside Pharmacy. I mean, he knows which doctors are doing it right and which aren't, right? And he will tell you. He will help guide you. So call your compounding pharmacist in your area and ask them who's doing it really well. We're not over the top, not too much, not too little, but just right. You want that Goldilocks formula, and interview a couple. Look at their websites, look at their reviews, and yeah, good, you guys. And let's see, Luciana asked, did I say that right, Luciana? Can I take probiotics? I can't eat gluten. Probiotics are great. The gold standard formula is the ProbioMax by Zymogen or Wholescripts. On my website, you can look at the probiotics that I have at dranna.com too. And it's a great start. So thank you guys for being here with me. God bless you. And I hope that you too experience the peace that surpasses all understanding, that you can have joy from the inside out, no matter what's going on in your environment. And it starts with you, the self-care that you give yourself. the self-care that you give yourself will flow through in a higher energetic state and a higher vibration to flow through to others. So God bless you, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great weekend. Tomorrow at 4 p.m., my KG16 challenge, we head to day 13. Yes.